as if we'd be happy doing this for a long, long time. Not in a hurry. Slowing down. And just begin to turn side to side. Allow the arms to be fully released. Looking over the shoulder each time we've turned to one side. See if you can let the arms be fully released. Feel the weight of the arms and the twisting of the spine. Slowing down. Maybe the arms feel a little longer now. And we swing up the arm and pat the top of the shoulder. And with the back of the other hand, we pound the backside, the buttock. Just keep going. We're not really turning the spine so much in this one. Good. Slowing down. Inhale, lifting the arms, and let them fall freely. One falls in front, the other arm falls behind the body. So we turn our body just enough so the arms can fall without hitting the body too much. And we're letting that be a free fall. Happy to be moving the body this morning. And again, we notice how the breathing and the moving come together naturally. It's not something we have to figure out. A couple more times. And then we'll let the arms fall to the sides. Opposite arm and leg now. All the joints are loose. We call this stepping lightly. On the lookout for any of those times we slip into an exercise mentality and somehow justify forcing things, pushing hard. And we can always back off into more playful attitude. Keeping the joints loose and easy now. And even as the fatigue comes in, allowing that fatigue, those sensations of fatigue, to be the way they are. Softening around fatigue. Slowing down now. And feel the heart beating. Feel the body breathing. Basic standing pose that we discussed earlier. Hands soft. Face relaxed. A little movement maybe in the body. And you just notice how everything's settling down. The breathing, the heart pumping. Keeping the knees a little bent. Inhaling. We feel the weight of the head, let it go forward. Inhale, roll the head and neck. Exhale, the other half of that rotation. So we're doing easy head and neck rotations. Follow your breathing. And then let's go the other way. Inhale the first half. Exhale through the second half. Feeling the sensations in the head and neck. One more time. Good. We slowly bring the head back up and we do our shoulder rotations. Forward and up as we're breathing in, back and down as we're exhaling. Bending our elbows as much as we like. And we're just feeling that simple movement in our shoulders. Enjoying the rotation. Good. And then we'll go the other way. So we go back and up with the in-breath, forward and down as we breathe out. All the time in the world. One more time. Good. Open and close the hands in an easy way. Let's breathe in now. Exhaling off to the sides. So if you want, come on your toes as the arms go up, back on the full feet as the arms come down. Take your time, just following our own easy breathing here. We're opening up the joints with all these different movements. Good, one more time. Crossing the wrists, throw the arms behind. Just fling them back. You can alternate which wrist is in front. Feel the joints there in the arms and the wrists be released as we throw the arms a few more times. And then we're going to roll the wrists, one right over the other. Let the fingers be long. Belly is soft. Feeling the movement in the wrists. And then the other way. Good, and then a little shaking, jiggling in the arms. Let the flesh be loose around the bones. Good, bending forward, rubbing up by the kidneys, pressing in with the center of the palms, easy circles, appreciating the touch in the back side. Then rubbing the buttocks or anywhere on the back side that wants to be touched. Appreciate that touch. With loose fists, I'm pounding here. Move around, see what feels good on the back side. Good. A little bit more rubbing. And we'll do our spine movement now. So knees a little bent. We inhale, exhale, tucking the tailbone, rounding the spine, chin comes down. Breathing in, we're opening up through the spine, one vertebra at a time, rounding, beginning at the base of the spine. Breathing in, opening up through the spine. So follow your own easy breathing. Move your arms however you want. And just enjoy that movement there in the spine. Like a wave. It moves up the spine each time. Good. Arms come down. Release any tension. Good. We're going to rock our pelvis. Knees a little bent. That sense of space under the floor of the pelvis. And simply swinging it forward, let it swing back. Swinging the pelvis forward and back. almost as if it's frictionless, this simple rocking of the pelvis. Noticing what's happening in the lower spine, in the hip sockets. Good, let's roll the hips as if we're drawing a circle here. Keeping the head relatively stationary. It's just the middle part of the body moving. Rolling the hips. Other way. Good. Standing up. Feet together. Bend the knees. Hands are light on our knees. Easy circles here in our knees. About 10 each direction. And we're learning how to show up for each of these movements because we care, not in a tight way, but more in a willingness to show up because we care and feel what it feels like in our knees. So if you haven't, go the other direction. Finishing up, standing up, step forward with one leg. We're going to bring our hands on our knees and simply touching, rubbing. Appreciate the contact and even a few light slaps on the sides of the knee. Good, and then same thing, of course, with the other knee. Step forward, both hands in the knee, touching and rubbing, and a little light slapping. Good, standing, knees a little bent, hands on the hips perhaps. Shift the weight, see if you can lift one of your legs, careful. And we do that slow motion bicycle movement. If you have trouble with your balance, just find something to hold to, like a wall or the top of a chair. And we're just feeling the joints, the muscles doing their thing here. One more time. And we plant that foot on the earth. We notice the shifting of the weight. Same thing, of course, other leg. And we're happy to stay right in the body. And one more time. And we plant that foot. We enjoy the shift. Now we'll point and flex. Do that a few times. No rushing. Then a few ankle rotations. Both directions. And then we'll do a little free movement in that leg. So just see what it wants to do. Doesn't need to be a big movement. Move it around. And eventually we plant that foot. We enjoy the shift of the weight. And then pointing, flexing with the other leg. Rotations both ways. And again, some free movement. Just seeing what the leg wants to do this morning. Move it around. And eventually we plant that foot. We're ready to end the opening the joint sequence with a more vigorous movement. So just adapt and adjust. Don't overdo it. And of course, if ever you feel lightheaded, dizzy, just find a place to sit down until you feel like you're ready to stand up and do more. So we inhale, clap above the head, then sweep down, sweep up, clap. Let the knees bend each time you come down. Last time, let the arms float down. Find a comfortable standing pose. And we give the body some time to settle. And we feel the breathing, we feel the heart pumping, we feel all the energy moving, and just appreciate how everything knows how to settle down. And imagine you're growing roots from the bottoms of the feet, deep, deep, deep into the earth, miles down. Really rooted. It helps to have the knees a little bent. And we'll begin to rattle the bones. So just with that deep rooting, begin to jiggle the body. Different places in the body get to jiggle at different times. So changing it up. Make it playful and easy. Eyes open or closed, whatever you like. All the joints get to be loose. Even the head shakes, the brain sloshes around inside the skull. Happy to be moving. And if you're too vigorous, you're just going to want to stop. So make it light and playful. Slowing down. When you're ready, we'll look up a little bit. We'll breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Bend your knees. Again, breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth. One more. Now we'll reach up as we're breathing in. Arms are soft and easy. And we just keep breathing, of course, and sense that space above the head, between the palms and the top of the head. As if we're breathing in and out of that open space above the head. So let's breathe in there. Close the eyes. Let the hands wash down in front of the body. Feel the body as they wash down. Pause when you need to breathe in. Continue washing down through the body with awareness and below the bottoms of the feet. Use your imagination. Open wide as we're breathing in, reaching up with the arms. And again, close your eyes, washing down through the body with awareness. So you can do this in one long exhalation, or you can do this in 2 or even 3 breaths on the way down. We begin above the head, we end below the bottoms of the feet. We're simply feeling down through the body. And we'll do that one more time. Washing down through the body with awareness. Bring the hands back to the belly when you're done. One palm right over the center, the other palm landing just below the navel. Appreciate that contact. Knees a little bent. Feeling at home in the body. We separate the hands a little. Do our chi ball dance here. This soccer ball, beach ball sized energy center here. Half inside, half outside the body, right at the belly. And just see if you can sense a subtle quality of vibration between the hands and a kind of elasticity in that vibration. And just play with that a little. And you can make that play expand as you're breathing in, contract a little as you're breathing out. So it becomes a dance of expansion and contraction. Don't get too serious. It's just about playing. And letting the center of awareness be down here in the gut. We're allowing this to be the center of the universe, right here. This energy center. And as we exhale, this time we're going to let the hands land. Appreciate that contact. Good, and that sets us up to do the healing sounds practice. We're using sound to connect with the different organs and the emotional qualities related to these organs in Chinese medicine. It's nice to do with some real enthusiasm. So we'll start with a breathing practice called Ping Chi. We'll do 10. So we breathe in, then exhale. One more. Good. Then as if you're drawing a circle with your elbow, we're moving our arms and we're inviting, especially the upper body, to be relaxed and easy. So a playful rotation of our shoulder and the elbow. Good. Now we're ready to sing to the lungs. And you can use the visual image of the color of a full moon, that pearl white, and the emotional qualities of grief into a sense of safety and courageousness. And the sound is something like Sia. Let it be a blast of sound at the beginning of the exhalation, and then just finish exhaling without having the sound linger as long as it can. Let it be a blast. Feel that sound vibration in your lungs. And we'll do it 3 times. So belly soft, hands in front, exhale. As we inhale, come up. Sia! 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 Good. Now 3 Ping Chi. Roll the shoulders a little. And we're just keeping it easy and light in the upper body in particular. Everything relaxed. Then we bring our hands, we make contact near the lungs. We appreciate this loving touch. And we let it be a conduit for our good wishes for the lungs. As if our healing wishes had this capacity to stream in through the touch, bathing the lungs with our good wishes, our healing wishes, with this simple, kind presence. We're learning to keep the lungs in mind, not forgetting. Good. So we'll say goodbye to the lungs. Wish them well, healthy lungs. We'll bring our attention to the kidneys. The color is deep indigo. You might need to use the back of your hands to make contact. Just depends on the rotation in your shoulders. And we'll be rubbing. And then when we breathe in, we'll come forward and make the sound chue. Again, it's an initial blast of sound. And then just finish the exhalation. We'll sing to the kidneys 3 times. The emotional quality here associated with the kidneys is that range from being frozen with attachment to the release of attachment. Okay? So let's rub as we breathe in. Chue! Joy! Joy! Good. 3 Ping Chi. And then we just roll the shoulders, draw a circle with the elbow, keeping it easy and light in the upper body. And then when you're ready, any way that's comfortable for you, make contact by your kidneys so that you can use the touch as a way to connect, a conduit for bathing the kidneys with our good wishes. Keeping the kidneys in mind. Good. Wish them well. Bringing the awareness up to the liver, big organ here, turquoise color. The emotional range is from anger to kindness. The sound is something like shur, something in that range. Okay, 3 times. Belly soft, knees a little bent. We exhale and bring the back of the hands close. Breathing in now, big circle. Elbows to the gut. Shur, shur. One more. Shur. Good. 3 Ping Chi. Making that rotation, that circle with the elbow, loosening the upper body. Good. Then we're going to bring our hands to the liver. Find a way to make contact that feels good, that loving touch. And again, just taking a few moments to bathe the liver with this healing presence. Keeping the liver in mind. Not in a hurry. And then we'll wish the liver well. Bring the awareness to the heart, ruby red, of course, from hate to that movement, that free movement of joy. Sound is something like ho, something in that range. Do this one also 3 times. Always keeping the knees bent. Remember, that can be a new habit for some of you, but we're developing this habit of that basic stance. We'll come up as we breathe in. Hold the breath in, squatting. Ho! 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 Good. 3 Ping Chi. Roll the shoulders a bit. Keeping it loose in the upper body. Appreciating that movement. Then when we're ready, hands by the heart, appreciating the loving touch. And we use this simple contact to help keep the presence, the mindful presence, the kind presence, right here with the heart. Not in a hurry. And we wish the heart well. And we bring the awareness a little lower, more to the left, the spleen, amber yellow. From anxiety to sense of trust is the emotional range. The sound is whoo. This one we'll do just 1 time. So basic stance, hands, arms in front a little. As we exhale, as we inhale, turn the left hand down, right hand comes up, palm up. Now we exhale and we're slowly turning to the left. Breathe in when you're ready. And we're going to hold to 10. Ooh. Good. Then 3 Ping Chi. Roll the shoulders some. We're just keeping it loose in the upper body in particular. And then when you're ready, hands by the spleen, this loving touch, bathing the spleen with kind awareness. And keeping the spleen in mind. And wishing the spleen well. And now we turn to the whole body with a more natural sound, just that vibration in the larynx. Ah, something like that. And we do it 10 times, so we want to make sure we're not going to hyperventilate. Start with the knees a little bent. As we breathe in, we lift the arms over the shoulders. Ah, 9 more times. Ah. And each time we're feeling the whole body. Ah. Vibrating with that sound. Ah. 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 One more. Ah. Good. Then we make this circle shape with our arms, bend the knees, tuck the chin a little. It's just inviting a beautiful circulation, especially the subtle energies, qi. And you can imagine every cell, every organ smiling, happy body, and sensing a beautiful balance and harmony throughout the body. Everybody getting along. And we bring our hands to the belly. Easy circles. And each time around, let the circle get a little bit bigger. The belly's soft. We're not pushing in. It's just the easy touch. Eventually, of course, the circle will be as big as the entire belly. Switch your hands then. Go the other way. Each time around, let the circle get a little smaller. Take your time. Coming back to center, just below the navel, top hand to the lower back, moving the hands along the waist now. Easy, pleasant touching on the belly, all the way to the back side. And we're just mixing it up a little here. Happy to be touching. It's a real art to showing up for touch. Good. Now we're going to go over the lymph nodes, down the breastbone. So just under the collarbone, and then down the breastbone to the abdomen. For both sides. Take your time. And again, really showing up for the touching. And especially on an emotional level, just this sense that it's okay to be feeling what we're feeling. It's okay for emotions to be present and to be moving. It's really okay. It's okay. It's okay. Good. Both hands release down. And we're going to do that breathing practice where we inhale in steps until the lungs are full. Then we exhale through the mouth all at once. We call it sometimes staccato breathing. Good. And if you have glasses, just put them down somewhere safe. Rubbing our hands, generating some heat here. And in just a moment, we're going to lean the eyes into the heel of the palms. We're going to rest the eyes here. And maybe you'll notice some warmth from your hands, of course, the darkness and the easy pressure. And we'll take a few seconds and listen into the cosmos. And we come down the outsides with simple touching, not the insides. If you're not comfortable touching your face, that's okay. If your hands are clean in this time of virus, and just appreciating the touch on the face. Good. Then we're going to run the hands over the top, down the back of the head. Do that a few times. Really showing up for the touching. And then simply squeezing and tugging on the earlobes. Squeeze and tug, squeeze and tug, squeeze and tug. Good. Back to standing. Loosen the body up. We'll get ready for our 18 harmonizing movements. Remember the stepping lightly from the beginning of the class. All the joints are loose. And I've been finding it useful to sink a little when I do stepping lightly instead of going up. Just that sense of getting the pelvis just a little closer to the earth. And it really changes how I do this movement. Good, and slowing down. And with this final dance, this playful dance, the 18 harmonizing movements, we call it, we let the breathing be the leader, so it leads the movement. And our breath is just an ordinary breath, which means generally you're not hearing your own breathing process. If you are, then maybe you've slipped into an exercise mode. So just come back to an easy breathing. So as you feel your easy breath coming in, let the arms float up like mist on the lake. Exhale, they float down. Breathing in, floating up, height of the shoulders. Exhale, bending your knees, arms float down. This is called raising and lowering the arms by the lake. Don't worry if you're not in sync with me. Just learn to follow your own easy breathing rhythm. As if we have all the time in the world. Good. Now this next time we'll come up and open at the top of the mountain. Then we exhale together and down. So adjust the speed so you're still following your own easy breathing. Breathing in, coming up, opening up. Exhaling, coming together and down. Opening at the top of the mountain. Good. And one more time. Arms come together and down. Then they come up over the head. We make a circle shape. Bending from the torso. Look at the lower hand. Inhale up. Bend the other way. We call this swinging the rainbow. Each time you can turn your head in an easy way, looking at the lower hand. Keeping the hand soft. Good. Let's come up and we're going to look up and we're going to part the clouds and enjoy a squatting, whatever that looks like for our body. Inhale on the way up, parting the clouds. See if you can enjoy that sense of getting the buttocks a little bit closer to the earth each time. It's more about squatting than it is about bending forward. But find a way to take care of your own body as you do this. We're not interested in any kind of straining. It's more about a playful relationship with the body. Good. Last time now we part the clouds. Arms are going to float down. Keep the feet in place as we turn to the right. Open wide with the breath in. Pushing with a soft hand as we exhale. Now with the left. Silk floating on the breeze. That arm that's coming back, palm faces up. Happy to be moving. Remember, this is play. So one more time with each hand. We're going to end with the left. Pushing. Both hands in front. We come down. Exhale. Breathing in. The arms float up over our shoulders. And there's a nice rounded quality in the back each time as we're exhaling and squatting a little. And this one's called rowing across the big lake. Good, let's do this one more time, taking our time. Of course, then we're just going to stand. We'll look down at the right hand. With an inhalation, we raise the sun, turn the palm, exhale. Now with the left, exhale. Settle into nice rhythm. We're lifting the heel each time. And if you like, you can place the back of your hand on the small of your lower back. All the time in the world. So nice not to have to rush. So nice not to have to follow somebody else's lead. But instead, we just follow our own breathing rhythm. So let's lift one more time with the left hand. And in both hands, sweep down and up over the left shoulder. Look up between, sweeping down and then up over the right. And now we won't be lifting the heel. We'll keep both feet on the floor. This one's called gazing at the moon. And it's a continuous, graceful sweeping of our two arms and hands. We get an easy twisting in the spine each time. Good, let's finish up. Both hands are going to float down. We make loose fists by the top of our hips. Belly feels big like an ocean. So we breathe in, open the right, pushing, twirling, inhale back. Feet stay in place. We don't lift the heel. Wind rustles lotus leaves. So there's a little twirl of the fingers at the end of the push out. That's the rustling of the leaves. And you'll notice how that push of the hand, it's initiated with a little turning of the hip each time. And feeling quite rooted down through the legs into the earth gives this movement a playful sense of power. Wind rustles lotus leaves. So let's do one more time with each hand. Good. Then we're going to take our right hand and bring it to the left side, breathing in. And then it simply waves like cloud. We turn and watch. Then with the left, hand waves like cloud. Lower hand is simply sweeping along below. And just adjust until you come into sync with your breathing. And we can practice a soft gaze, almost as if you're looking right through the palm of the hand. Good. One more time. And then stepping out with your left leg a little bit, scooping in front of that left leg. Shift the weight to the back foot, lift your toes, look up at the sky. Scooping the ocean to look at the sky. Good. One more time. Let the weight go forward as we scoop. Shift the weight to the back foot as we look up at the sky. Then the arms float down. We bring the leg back. Step out with the right and scoop in front of the right leg. And settle into a nice rhythm on this side now. Really sense that shift of the weight. It really helps to make the movement almost effortless. Good. Last time on this side. Arms come down. We bring that right leg back. Step a little with the left, and now we push. Rocking back. We inhale. It's called pushing waves. The seamless rocking on our 2 feet. And you can adjust the stance so that it feels just right for you. You can sense the vibration there as your hands push and then draw back. Playing with chi, playing with energy. Good. Now we rock back, step back, arms come down for a moment. Then we step with the right and we push. And we settle in on this side. Good. And let's push one more time. And then when you rock back, we're going to step back this time with the right. Arms come down, step with the left, reach over the left. Then as we inhale, the hands are floating toward the heart. So now we're keeping both feet on the floor. We're not lifting the heel or the toes. Flying dove spreads its wings. We lean forward a little as we reach. Inhale, we lean back a little and the hands float toward the heart. Good. One more time. Let's do it on this side. Stepping back when you're ready. Let the arms come down for a moment. Step with the right. Reach over the right. And let's settle in here. Finding ways to enjoy each of the movements, which might mean that you're making adjustments so they work for your body. Good. Let's do that one more time. Stepping back, arms down, loose fists right at the top of the hips, breathing here. Feel the belly like a big ocean. We breathe in, dragon emerges from the sea. So this time we're not turning the hips. There's a little turning of the loose fist each time as it goes forward. We get to play with a sense of power here. And again, the power comes from that sense of being rooted deep into the earth, down to the legs. Good. One more time, each hand. And then we're simply going to drop the hands and they float up over the head, sweeping down, crossing in front of the legs. Come on your toes if you want when the arms are up over the head. Flying wild geese. Upper body feels really light and easy. And we can appreciate the strength in the legs that allows the upper body to be relaxed and easy. Flying wild geese. Good. Let's do it one more time. Arms float down. We'll do a few of those big circles. Look up between the hands. Bend your knees as you sweep your arms low. Big circle, but without any strain. Find a way that works for your body today. Good. And we're going to go the other way now. Take your time. See if there can be some joy in the movement. And we're finishing up now. Of course, there might be a little dizziness, so we give ourselves some time if we need it. And when we're ready, we're going to walk on clouds, opposite arm and leg up and down. As if we're moving through something thick, and the arm and leg move as one thing. Good. One more time. Feet feel rooted in the earth. Last movement, gathering the fragrance of the earth, sensing that the body, of course, is made up of the earth. So we'll inhale first, lift your arms a little. As we exhale, we imagine we're reaching into the earth, and then we're inviting up the backside with the in-breath right over the head, then exhaling, coming down the front side to the belly. So inhale, exhale, we reach in. Inhaling, we're inviting up. Exhaling, grounding at the belly. Last time. And this time we're going to let the hands land on the belly, just below the navel. Knees a little bent. Appreciating that nice touch, hands resting on the belly. taking a few seconds and just feeling home in our experience of embodiment, the totality of sensation here, nothing left out. Knees a little bend. Learning how the body can be unfixed, not held. Soft and open. And we sense the sensitive heart. And we can hold our hands up by our heart any way you like, of course. And we want to sense the quality of exposure and sensitivity, just as a natural feel in our heart. Because all life long, our heart has been exposed to one experience after another. Each experience touches the heart. It's felt, it's seen. And so the heart in its very nature is exposed to these, as we say in the Buddhist tradition, the 10,000 joys and sorrows of life. And so just appreciating this exposure, this vulnerability of the heart. And of course, it isn't specific to each of us, all of our friends, all the difficult people in our lives, even our four-legged friends, other creatures. We all have our version of a sensitive heart, our version of exposure and vulnerability, uncertainty. So let's just breathe in and out of the heart as we learn how to own and connect with this truth of sensitivity. And take a nice breath in through the heart, and then pushing forward with the wish, may all sensitive beings find safety and ease. We breathe in, raise up. Exhale, the arms are floating down, the hands are going to land on the belly. The good moon, the open hand on the left, the sun, loose fist on the right. Let them come together, and we bow down. Really nice to be practicing with you all. Wishing you safety out there. Take care.